Alright folks, this is Pitching Ace 88. We are back playing Criminal Case on Facebook, going over to case number 27 in the... which district? Historical district, I believe this is. Anyways, let's unlock this. Yeah, it is historical. Ooh, we get to go on a lake. Cool, but as always, I need to go grab some friends, so I'll be back here in a few minutes. Later. And I grabbed some friends, so let's go on to the next case, figure out what the heck it's called and who died. The Lake's Bride. I knew it had to do with the lake, that's pretty awesome. Captain Ace, you're called up at the lake. A car has been pulled from the deep waters. Ooh. Ramirez, I know littering is punishable by law, but don't you think you're wasting Captain Ace's time? It's not just a car. When it got pulled out, the trunk opened slightly and there's something inside, something all white and dead looking. So I told them to stop everything, and I ran back here to get you, Ace. Well, you did the right thing. Ace, let's go to the lake. You know, you could always call us. You don't have to run all the way back. Just a thought, Ramirez. Just a thought. Anyway, let's figure out this this poor woman. Let's do this. Oh, redhead too. What a bummer. Bummer. Not that being a blonde or brunette would have been as much of a bummer. Just saying. Is this seaweed out here? Nope. Where's the seaweed? 'Cause that's gonna be tricky, I would think. Oh, there's seaweed. Aha! Gotcha. So there's seaweed. Smoke. Dolphin. Pile of torn letters. And victim's body. At least it got perfect. Actually, that was a really good score for the first time. So our victim was called Mary Gray. She looks like the heroine in a traffic novel. Look at her white dress. It's almost as if she was going to get married. Let's send the body to the lab. Hopefully Nathan will be able to tell us what that poor woman died from. Let's see what else we got. A pile of algae fell from the trunk when they opened it. We might find something in there. You're right. And what about this bunch of soggy, torn papers? Do you think you can manage to piece it back together without everything crumbling down? Captain Ace, a woman wants to talk to you. She says she's your victim's sister. Uh-huh. Very interesting. Interesting. So, let's autopsy the body always. And as we do all this stuff, I'm going to go do some more stuff, grab a bunch of stars, and I will see you guys back here. Before or after this, you shall see. See you later. Alright, before we actually do anything, let's use all these stars that I've picked up. Spending lots and lots of energy. Come on. Gosh, it's buried down there. Oh, interesting. Scales. The scales you found in this pile of algae don't look like any fish scale I've ever seen either. That color can't be natural, can it? Look, there's a fisherman over there. Maybe he could tell us what kind of fish this comes from. Such a kind of a creepy... I don't know, it just seems creepy to me. Let's put this together, because this is probably some sort of a love note. Just to guess. Okay, that doesn't go there. Doesn't go anywhere there. That goes there, though. There we go. Alright, starting to take some shape. Yep. I don't know what that says. Help me out. Oh great, you managed to piece the soggy bits of paper back together. You really can do anything, can't you? Of course I can. The water got those letters pretty badly. Let's send them to the lab. Maybe Alex will be able to make sense of all that blurred ink. Yeah, I hope so. Oh, 30 minutes. Sweet. Alright, well, let's talk to these guys while we're waiting. Oh, he's got scratches. That's probably important. Do you think your investigation is going to last long, Captain? That spot where you found the lady is the best fishing spot. Well, sorry to be intruding on your fishing. Should we remind you that this is a murder investigation? Of course. Tragic what happened to her. Must have happened during the night, too. I've been fishing here every single day for 40 years. I'd have noticed a car sinking in the lake. Well, actually, we found those scales in the victim's car. You know what kind of fish this comes from? Well, I'll be darned. That doesn't come from just any fish. These skills belong to the creature of the lake. The what? The creature of the lake. It's a mythical monster that's been living in the lake since, well, forever. I can't believe you've never heard of it. How long have you been living here? Few are the ones who've seen it, but sometimes in the deep of the night you can hear its mournful wail as it calls to people, trying to lead them to the water. Wow, great. Another loony thinking a mythical creature is a suspect in a murder investigation. I'd never even heard about that creature before. Mind you, not that I would have paid attention to it. Great. So that's what the historical district is, just weirdos. She's got scratches too. See, scratches are going to be important. Mary was my big sister. I recognized her car at the lake. She's dead, isn't she? We're very sorry for your loss, Mrs. Hopkins. The most tragic thing is, I'm not completely surprised. I always knew Mary was too much of a dreamer for her own good. How can dreams kill someone? Well, Mary had always been waiting for Prince Charming. She would have followed any man, just as long as he acted like a gentleman. She seemed to have met someone recently. Actually, but she wouldn't give me a single detail about him. She said I would spoil everything, as if I cared. Oh, snap. I think she gave herself away. She very well could be that person. Woo! Anyways, guys, I'm going to wait actually till probably all this is done, and I'll catch you guys later. And let's figure this stuff out. Well, that was a challenge. The letters you found at the crime scene were so soggy I almost gave up, but I finally managed to clarify the text on some of them. They're all addressed to the victim, but there's no sender's name, unless your lovelorn stallion is a name. Wow, Mary must have cherished those letters, and yet we found them torn to pieces. Whoever killed her must have had some serious issues with love. Well, her correspondent certainly didn't seem to have any. The very last letter I could find told her, I'm waiting for the final day, or the day we finally meet with bated breath. I'll be running all the way to the yard sale, my beloved. The yard sale? You mean the annual thing where people sell the stuff they don't want to other people who don't need them? I guess so. This year's sale started 2 days ago and it's still going on. Perfect. Our victim must have had a stand there. Let's go have a look, Ace. Well, we're going to finish off the victim. I'm happy to say that this time your victim's cause of death couldn't be any more obvious. She drowned. So she was alive when the killer drove her car into the lake? Most definitely so. She's got a few bruises. The killer must have knocked her out so that they could place her in the trunk of the car, but her lungs are filled with water. Stuck in the trunk of a car surrounded by rising water, this must have been a very lonely, very scary death. I found something else on her body as well. There's a letter pinned to her chest. It reads, I have taken my due, I am appeased, but my anger shall never completely disappear. What? What could that mean? Can you make sense of it, Ace? Well, I can't either, but here's one thing interesting. The letter was tacked to the victim's chest with a stamp hinge. It's an adhesive flap exclusively used by stamp collectors. Huh, so her killer is a stamp collector. Who would have thought those people could be violent murderers? Wow. We found her murder weapon, that's for darn sure. Alright. Bingo. Over there, this stand is registered to Mary Gray, our victim's name. Let's have a closer look at what she was selling. Why don't we? Okay, what was a target? Light bulb, eraser. I don't know what kind of an eraser they're gonna be. Oh, there it is. Piece of paper. Huh. Oh, I see. It's right there. And then a crown. Oh, here it is. Okay. Disco ball, target, light bulb, eraser, piece of paper. Sweet. Under 30 seconds. I like it. Well, our victim was hoping to sell a lot of things in this yard sale. Can I have a look at the scrap paper you found, Ace? This is a newspaper advert from the Lonely Hearts column, but half of it is almost erased. Maybe you could clarify everything for us, Ace. Yeah, why don't I? I don't mind doing all this stuff. It's what I do. lawless dreamer looking for her white knight. Ah, I got it. So this Lonely Hearts ad you found was actually published by the victim. She was hoping to meet new people. Lonely dreamer looking for a white knight. If you like poetry and watching the stars, write to me and let us share our dreams. Poor Mary. I wonder if anyone replied. Captain, I'm sorry to interrupt, but what are you doing, looking at Mary's things? You knew Mary Gray? Then Captain Ace will have a few questions for you. What's up, Thomas Benson? Mary's dead? But how? By whom? She was loved by everyone. We've been friends since we were teenagers. Mary was the nicest woman I know. Always a kind word for everyone. Do you know anything about the ad she placed in the Lonely Hearts column? I told her this was a bad idea, but she said her soulmate was somewhere and that this ad would help her find him. I know that at least one man did reply to her ad. I saw him. He came to see her stand just yesterday. Could you describe him? I guess so. He looked like he was out of a romance novel. Long brown hair, blue eyes, and a rather feminine mouth. Thanks to the description Thomas gave us, we should be able to find who is the man who came to visit our victim at her stall. Let's have a look at the Central Police database. You know what? It's gonna be a woman who dressed up as a man. I believe so. I'm gonna guess. There we go. Oh, maybe not. Amazing job, Ace. You managed to find a suspect who matches Thomas's description to a T. Our mysterious man is called Alexander Vladinsky. He was arrested 2 years ago for stealing roses. Well, let's bring this Mr. Alexander to the station, see if he was the one who replied to our victim's Lonely Heart advert. He looks shocked. He's got scratches too, and a blotch on him. Are you telling me my sweet Mary is no more? My heart. I knew I had felt my heart breaking this night. Okay, so you were Mary's lover, is that correct? Not in the crude way that you were meaning it, I'm sure. Mary and I were soulmates. She was the person I've been waiting for my entire life. When I read her ad in the Grimsboro Gazette, I knew instantly that she was the one. She was the moon to my sea. Well, did you and Mary exchange letters? Letters aren't enough when your heart meets the match, Captain. I had no time for words. I went to see Mary as soon as I could. Wow, okay. You know, Ace, I keep wondering about that note Nathan found on the victim's chest. I have taken my due, I am appeased, my anger shall never be completely disappear. What could this possibly mean? It means my theory is correct. Wow, great. Ramirez, do you have a theory about our murder? Yes, I looked at the archives from the Grimsboro Gazette, and this murder has happened before. What? It's the truth. Captain Ace, let me tell you a story. But he's going to be telling us that story in the next chapter. You guys stay tuned. This has been Pitching Ace 88. I'll see y'all later. Over and out.